Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. I am back with a brand new speed building for you guys, and this time we are in Ravenwood. We are in the world that came with the Life and Death expansion pack, and I'm so excited that now I'm building here because, to be true, I've only did one house in Ravenwood since the pack was out, and despite the fact that I've built lots for this pack, I've never touched it because actually I didn't quite had time. I was away for a period that time, and then Christmas was here and I had to do, I wanted to do a lot of winter builds and stuff like that, so I quite never had the chance to focus on this world, and I'm so excited that now I did, because since the pack was out was my main focus and my main wish to build in this neighborhood. And as you can see, we are in Morningvale on the afterlife, the ghost neighborhood, and we are on this 30 by 30 lot, which is not occupied by anyone. And actually I started to build this house. It's kind of a mansion, but I started to build it in the bar slot, and then I moved it into the Mystic Crossroads, and I thought that lot was more suiting to this build. And actually this house, or this mansion, it's actually not a house, it's actually a residential rental lot, and it's made out of two apartments because I loved the style, I loved the fact that it's very big, and I wanted to do something different. I was thinking like, okay, we have a lot of space, of course there's gonna be a lot of rooms, a lot of bedrooms, and then I thought people don't usually play with more than, I don't know, 6 to 8 Sims, or maybe some do. But I thought, even though it's for a big family, it's huge, and it will be like a lot of rooms that are kind of the same, and they have like no use except for someone living. And then I thought, how about splitting this build in two? And actually we have on the ground floor an apartment, and in the upper floor the second apartment, and I'm happy that I came up with this idea. And for the ground floor apartment, we actually have the entry in the front of the build, and if you want to access the second apartment, the entry is on the left side of the build, and we have a hallway with some stairs that go there, the ones that have the beautiful new windows that come with the pack. And I must say that I'm so happy about how this turned out. And even in the spooky season during Halloween, I realized how much I enjoy building darker builds, how much I enjoy adding a lot of decorations that, I don't know, feel somehow mystical and outworldly, and it gives somehow, I don't know, maybe a dark vibe to it, and old vibe, and that's what I was going for with this particular build. And yes, the lot, it's not too tiny but also not huge. We are on a 30 by 30, and I actually quite had, and I found some space for a backyard that the two households that are going to be living here can share. We have a tiny pool and some lounge space, and it's like a community kind of a back garden that anyone can access. And yes, this is very mystic, and I would say gothic and dark academia. So hear me out, guys. When I started this, I didn't knew the vibe I was going for. I only knew I wanted it to be like a mansion that's ground and, I don't know, very big and old, but also lived in. And then I thought, how about giving to this build the dark academia style? And that's how I started to furnish the first apartment, the ground floor one. And I must say that I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I used a ton of clutter, and of course it's very dark, like darker than anything that you can think of. And then on the upper apartment, I was thinking during my stream, do I want to go with the same style? I mean, it would have mean for me to just build exactly the same apartment but with a different layout. And then I was like, I was asking the chat, do you think we should go for something else with a different style? And they gave me such a good idea to make the upper apartment white academia. So the light academia style is on the second apartment, and it's very warm and it's very, I don't know, very light. As I said, we used a lot of white, and I'm so happy that I chose to go with this contrast, and I really am happy with the result, and also I hope that you will love it as well, guys. And actually, these two apartments that I'm talking about, they are very big. Both of them have a master bedroom with an ensuite bathroom and some extra 2 or 3 bedrooms. I might be mistaken, but I think each of them have another 3 bedrooms. And of course, we have dining, big kitchen, and hallways and office space. So there's a lot of things to do. And of course, I kind of use more packs, and I don't think I used them all, but I used most of the expansions and most of the kits, especially for the cluttering part. And yes, now as you can see, we are decorating the front of the build, and I used these stones here that came with the Riviera Retreat. I love this so much. They work so well on both grungy and elegant builds and also beach homes, and they use such a nice touch. Even they are placed only on dirt, even if it's no grass there. And yes, in the back of the build, as I said, we have this pool, and we also have some lounge chairs and also a barbecue area. And it's not much you can do here, but it's a nice time. I mean, it's a nice space where your Sims can spend some times. And yes, speaking about the exterior of the build, I don't know honestly if this is a certain style. I don't know why, but for me, it gives me somehow old English kind of vibes, and I don't know, looks like an old abandoned estate. And I love the brick that I used in the combination with the stones that came with the, I believe, yeah, the Castle Estate kit. And we have this fountain here in the front, and the landscaping is actually very lush, nothing too much happening, only some bushes and some color trees. And I have to say that I love the light and the colors on this neighborhood. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods, guys, in this world. And yes, we are now in the interior in the first apartment, which is very dark. We used mainly black and some touches of green and red, and probably, yeah, I don't know, I think only black and grays. And yes, this is the open space kitchen and dining. You go here in this room right from the entryway, and I tried to add as many glitter as I could, as many flowers as I could find, and plants, and books. Oh my god, if I haven't used, like, I don't know, I think more than 1000 books in this build. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I used a lot of them, and I'm obsessed about how I use them. And you will see that we have libraries, I mean bookcases, in every single room, and even in the nursery, even in the, I don't know, I think I placed some books also in the bathroom, if I'm not mistaken, and also a lot of plants. And yes, when you will download this, if you want to have this build in your game, it will be separate as two apartments, and it's gonna be shared on the gallery as a residential rental, and you can decide what families you want here. But if you don't want this to be a residential rental and you wanted to make it a full house, you could totally do that. You just have to deselect the rooms and to make it a residential, yeah. And yes, now I'm placing a lot of plants, a lot of candles, and then we are into the books part, which kind of took me long. I have to be honest, I think I spent on this build more than 9 hours, but I enjoyed every second of it. Every detail that I placed on, and every painting, I don't know, every detail that I could think of, I wanted to integrate into this build, and I'm so happy about the result. And to be true, I kind of wish to build more like this, and I kind of learned something about me building these homes and also spooky homes. Back in autumn, I realized how much I enjoy building darker builds, even occult builds for like occult sims, vampires, witches, and so on. And yes, I didn't knew this about me, but it's turned out that I love to do this kind of builds. So yes, as you can see now, it's the, I don't know, many people would say that maybe it's an annoying process, but actually I love stacking books like this so much. And I love so much these shelves that I place here on top of the wall. I know they are very high and probably you might be needing a ladder to go up there to grab those books, but as I said, a lot of the things in The Sims are just for aesthetic, and yes, I loved making that space. And this is the entry area. Nothing too much happening, some shoes, we have the grand mirror from the Growing Together pack, and now we will be doing the living space, which has an opening to the room in the left side where we actually made somehow a workspace, because we have the crafting jewelry table and a woodworking table, because I didn't know what to add in that room. And also I thought that it's good to have activities to do around the house, the more the better, because Sims have to do something. We need to keep our Sims occupied. And yes, in the living room, of course, a lot of books, candles, and again the dark color scheme. And actually the layout of the first apartment, I think it's better than the one above. I mean, the second floor apartment, it's nice, but I don't know what's with long hallways. I'm not so much into long hallways, but for that particular apartment I chose to do one. And as you enter, you will have a long hallway which will have doors for each room in the apartment. And yes, the second one, as I said, it's very much similar to this one in items and in cluttering, but we mainly used white swatches and beige swatches. And yeah, the clutter is actually it's actually the same. And yes, this is the working room, nothing too much happening there. But this bathroom, guys, oh my god, I think this is my favorite bathroom I ever did. And I'm kind of, I don't know, obsessed with it. I love these plants around the bathtub, and I don't know, just the dark vibes. I would love to have this bath in real life to be true. And then after this bathroom, I think we're gonna be furnishing the main bedroom, the master bedroom from the first apartment. And again, a lot of blacks, curtains, and I actually enjoy now to kind of combine curtains, even though I don't know how much sense it is to have two different textures on curtains, but I kind of enjoy doing that. And yes, we have a fireplace in this bedroom, and again, the bookcases that came with the book nook kit, which is such a good kit. And yes, I added again some extra books because they weren't full of them. And yeah, we have these red swatches here because of the books that are on the bookcase. And yes, we also have a master bathroom for this bedroom, and after that I believe we will have a nursery and a room for two kids. It can be two kids that have the same age, or maybe a kid and a teen, but they can share that bedroom because we have bunk beds. And again, the color scheme is the same, so this is very dark. And actually I think it's also a nice idea that I went with both color schemes, because if someone maybe doesn't like the dark academia style, they can choose to live with their household in the apartment above, which is white. And yes, I really am happy about how everything turned out in the end, and I cannot wait to actually build more in Ravenwood. I'm planning to actually build every single lot, but I don't know when I will have the necessary time to do that. It would be so cool if I will manage to actually end up with a save file here, but we'll be see about that in the future. But let me know if you would be interested to have maybe a save file that's focused on this kind of a style here in Ravenwood, and maybe what other ideas for save files would you like to see from me, because I'm planning to work on some save files this year. Actually, my to-do list, guys, it's very big for this year, but I'm excited. That's all I can say. I'm very excited to share more things with you and to build more, and to make your game, I don't know, filled with everything that The Sims has to offer, the game has to offer. And yes, this is, I forgot about this room. Yes, I said we have a nursery, a room with bunk beds, and we have this one as well. This is a room for a teenager. I completely forgot about this one. And I love so much how how I placed that decoration on top of the bed. It looks so much more like different and gothic. And yeah, I love this room so much as well. And yes, in case guys you have any suggestions for future builds, I would be more than happy to read your suggestions in the comments down below. And I really hope that you will stay till the end to see the furnishing of the next apartment as well. I think I will leave you guys, and I hope that you will also watch the tour of the build, because I believe it's very special. And yes, until the next time, I cannot wait to catch up with you soon, and I wish you to have an amazing day. Don't hesitate to leave a like, a comment, and a sub to the channel. And yes, we'll be seeing each other soon. Bye, everybody.